The number one question that I've been asked lately is, are you a fiduciary? Now, these are people in their mid-50s who typically don't have a financial planner yet, who are just starting to think about retirement, and they want to start with a great financial planner right from the beginning, and they just want to know, hey, is this guy going to look out for my best interests and do what's best for me? And the short answer is yes, I am a fiduciary. As a financial planner and as the owner of an RIA, I'm legally bound to act in the best interest of my clients. But here's the thing. When people ask me this question, of course I say, yes, I'm a fiduciary. And typically they'll just take it at face value and say, oh, okay, great. And then they'll move on in their questions. But I always say back to them, who's not going to say that they're a fiduciary? Who's actually going to say, I'm not a fiduciary? I don't do what's in my client's best interest. Nobody's going to say that. So in today's video, I'm going to go over some ways that you can use to help determine if somebody truly is a fiduciary. Hi, if we haven't met yet, my name's Trevor Johnson. I'm the founder of Dreamweaver Financial Planning. I specialize in helping people who are age 50 plus retire with confidence so they can go enjoy their retirement and not have to worry about running out of money. All right, let's get started. So first of all, what is a fiduciary? A fiduciary is somebody who acts in the best interest of someone else. It's that simple. They don't act in their own best interest, they act in the best interest of someone else. The reality is it's impossible to know if someone's going to act in your best interest whether or not it says that they're a fiduciary in writing or not. So one of the best ways that I think you should approach this situation is to look at the financial planner's fee structure. So I'm what's called a fee-only financial planner, which means that I do not get compensated any differently regardless of the type of strategy that we use, regardless of what type of investments are used. So I have no incentive to steer a client into a certain type of investment. It makes no difference to me financially what strategy is chosen in the end. Now, if a financial planner uses investment products that are commission-based, where they receive an upfront commission, a lot of times those products they have different commission levels. So it's going to look like there's a conflict of interest if they have different commission levels, because a lot of people, not all, will try to push the highest commission investment product because they're going to make the most off of it. So you're always going to have this gray area where you're going to be wondering, did they do what's in their best interest because they're making the most commission off this investment product? Or are they doing what's in my best interest, but they just so happen to also be making the highest commission off that product? So you're always going to have that uncertainty if there's different commission levels involved, or if there's any commission involved at all. So a fee-only financial planner does not work off commission, so there are no commissions. So again, fee structure is very important because it can point out if there are conflicts of interest. And being fee-only, there is no conflict of interest because, again, there's no incentive to push one investment over the other because the financial planner gets paid the same regardless. Now, I'm not saying that all investment products that involve a commission are bad. I'm sure that there are some good ones out there, and in some cases, the fee that you pay for the investment product does give you some type of a guarantee, and for some people, it might be the best product for them. I'm just saying that if there's a commission involved, it does bring in a conflict of interest. And personally, I go one step further and I ask myself these 3 personal questions each time I make an investment decision. The first is this decision going to put any skeletons in my closet? I went hunting with my father up north, up in northern Wisconsin, about 25 years ago when I was young. And he's not the type of dad to preach or give advice. And this one night, he out of nowhere says to me, you know, Trevor, make sure you live your life so you don't have any skeletons in your closet. A lot of people will make mistakes that they have to live with forever. So you're young, you don't have any skeletons in your closet yet, so just keep living your life that way and make sure you make decisions where you don't end up with skeletons in your closet. So I thought that was a great piece of advice, so I always think of that when I'm making important decisions on behalf of someone else. The next question I ask myself is, would I be proud if this decision was put on the front page of the newspaper and I needed to defend it? And after I make a financial plan for someone, I think to myself, okay, if this was on the front page of the newspaper, would I be proud of it? Would I be able to defend it? And would anybody be able to have a better plan than this? And if the answer is no, I don't think anyone could beat this, I don't think there could be a better plan than this, then I go with it. And the third question that I ask myself is, would my kids be proud of this decision? So as they get older, if they were looking at it, would they be proud of it? Would they look up to it and say, you did a really good job? Like, there's no question that this was in the best interest of the client. Because as I get older, whether or not my kids are proud of the decisions that I make and look up to me, that pretty much trumps everything else. So any one of these questions would, in my opinion, solve the fiduciary question, but I still ask myself all three just because they kind of come from a little bit different angle. Another thing that you should look at when you're trying to determine if a planner is a true fiduciary is what they offer to their clients. So if a planner always offers the same strategy to all of their clients, you kind of have to ask yourself, is this person a true fiduciary? Now, in my opinion, the definition of a true fiduciary is someone who starts with all options on the table. So all of the investment options across the whole spectrum, and then they narrow it down to the best option for the particular individual. So what you could do is you could ask your planner, hey, what are some different strategies that we could use here? Or you could say, can you give me some examples, without specifics, without giving away names or confidentiality, give me some examples of some strategies that you've used recently and give me the pros and cons of those. So again, you just want to make sure that it's somebody who's looking at all of the available options and then choosing the best one for your individual situation. So here's my overall advice. Look into the fee structure. Make sure there's no conflicts of interest in the fee structure. Make sure there's no reason or incentive for them to push one investment over a different investment. Also, find out what strategies they use. Make sure it's just not a cookie cutter, one-size-fits-all approach for all of their clients. And most importantly, trust your gut. Get to know your planner and go with your gut feeling because that's typically right. I hope you found this video useful. And if you're looking for a fiduciary fee-only financial planner that's always going to have your back, please reach out via the description below. Thanks for watching.